Hello and welcome to Quests and Chaos. If you have not done so already, please give us a subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are playing Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. This is episode 2. How did we do last time?
Well, I did catch where I remember saying, I don't know where I got that from. It's in here somewhere. It's actually wrong. So let me reread.
Rules wrong already.
Yeah, I know. And it's a baby's first Gloomhaven, so I don't know how I got this wrong already.
You yada 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 a lot of the manual.
I know. There's just, like, again, if you can make... This is why I like the Dolphin game, because it's 4 pages.
Yeah.
You know, I really just... Can we make it super complex? Like, anyway. So the Vermlings, they go on initiative 50. Any single set of monsters will always act on the same initiative. Any elite monsters will act first in standee numerical order. What does that mean?
There's numbers on each of these.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Were you supposed to actually pull them based on the numbers?
Yes.
How do you figure that out?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Because, like, how would I figure out which numbers I pull here?
I mean, we've been doing random.
Okay. You know, because I looked and I was like, I don't get how, like, what this means.
Right.
You know, like, if you look here, there's no number here to tell me, like, which Vermling Raider number I put here, right?
Also, why is there no Vermling in there?
Well, because the way we play, or at least the way that you played the big Gloomhaven, Big Boy's Gloomhaven, is that this is behind a door.
Gotcha. So they're not going to act.
Yeah, exactly. So the easiest way to kind of cover up what stuff is to just put tabs on it, you know, because again, you wouldn't officially reveal if it was another tile. You wouldn't reveal it until you went through that door. But here, because you're in the book, how do you not know that that's a trap and that's a trap? You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
So
perfect.
Anyway, so where
the monster moves and attacks.
Yep, exactly.
Then the next monster moves and attacks.
Yep, exactly. So that's what I got wrong, because I was like, oh, everybody moves and everybody attacks. So that's incorrect. But yeah, we won. It also didn't seem very hard.
I'm sure that is on purpose so that you don't flip the table on your first game and be like, I bought this at Target. I'm never playing board games again.
Okay.
No?
I don't know.
Nobody's ever done that?
I mean, how old do you...
With a bad board game, if your first board game was awful. This isn't.
It was.
This is fun.
My first
it's called
Monopoly.
Yeah, it's called Monopoly.
Okay.
Stratego was also something I played a lot of.
Okay, was it horrible?
No.
Okay,
I don't know if there was any
there?
strategy at all to it, though.
Well, never mind. All right, so who wants to do the reading for 2?
I guess I will.
And so...
And I'll read that.
Sure, just do the reading. I mean, do you want me to read it?
Kinda.
All right, give it back.
I'll read the book.
There's book?
Less glare. No, if I lean back, there's less glare.
Okay. All right, so we move on to scenario 2. First by turning to scenario 2 in the book, which I've already done. And then the setup will be largely the same as scenario 1. The scenario map will require some additional setup based on the icons below, which is essentially your traps, your doors, your treasure, etc., and your monies.
Treasure.
Calm down, Inox.
One man's junk
should be not anyone else's junk.
Is another man's treasure.
Okay.
Pleasure.
All right. Never mind. Moving on. In addition to the stat card, standees, initiative order tokens for Vermling Raiders, you will also require the 4 ability cards labeled Basic Vermling Raider, which, oh poo, did I pull not basic? Uh-ohs.
Yeah, I'll find some
basic bitches.
Is there an icon for basic?
No, I think I may have pulled the wrong Vermling Raiders, and there might actually be basic in the box. Be careful. Those things are slippery, and that's a big stack. I'm just saying it could go sideways very quickly.
Black sludge.
Anyway, your character pool of available ability cards now contains 4A and 2B. They put the word... See, here's the thing. This is why I yada yada stuff. Because, again, your character's pool of available ability cards now contains 4 level A cards and 2 level B cards.
Correct. These, which we swapped out last time.
Okay.
For the exact same name, so they got you to upgrade without giving you the paralysis of choosing, I've got to get rid of one of these cards. So they just upgraded what card that you had.
I mean, did you look at your cards, or did you just be like, whatever?
Exactly. Yeah, the latter.
But do you think it's too much? I mean...
Well, no.
Okay, so in regular Gloomhaven, when you have to upgrade one card, how hard is it to decide?
Well, you have to choose.
Okay, I know that. That's the part of upgrading. Choosing. Sorry, continue.
No, it is very hard because you have to think about combinations. You have to think about, if I lose, I'm not going to get rid of my heal.
Yeah.
Right? I need my heal, so I can't get rid of that. So it's... when I do it, it's not daunting because I just kind of pick, but I'm also terrible at Gloomhaven.
Yeah. Well, think about also Arkham Horror, where you get to upgrade cards and you have to drop something.
To lose something.
I don't find that to be a problem in Arkham Horror because I know what my character is good at. And so therefore I just sort of like tunnel that way down, so I just channel that and don't do anything else. Okay.
There are 4 basic Vermling Raider cards.
Oh, so I did mess up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have a call? Is something more important happening? That's okay. Go away. I'll read. I'll entertain the audience with my allergy-ridden voice here. Place 1 money token in each hex depicting this icon. Money tokens are collected by looting. See the following page. And when a character collects a money token, move it from the map into the character's mat. That will be recorded in the end scenario. I did read towards the end, and apparently the 1 money token equals 2 gold.
Okay.
Is that the same with the other game?
That's cheating, but yeah. Sometimes.
What? So what? Does it matter? What happens if I told you it's actually 4 gold?
Well, that changes everything.
No, it doesn't. It changes nothing. Calm down. Lord.
Where's my individual gold card of steal all the money?
Oh my God, my individual gold card is play this game without punching in the face. How about that? Okay.
Just like the other goals, hopefully that doesn't happen.
In addition to the money token set up at the start, 1 money token is also placed anytime a monster dies in the hex in which it died. All money tokens can be looted during a scenario. Any tokens left on the map at the end of the scenario are not collected. So that's a new thing.
For us, yes. That is a new in this game.
We have treasure. We have a little treasure box because Thomas likes to print shit.
Yep.
Here, do you want to read the treasure tile piece? And I'm going to cheat while you're doing that.
Place 1
what the treasure is.
Place 1 treasure tile in the hex depicting this icon. Like money tokens, treasure tiles are collected by looting. When a character collects a treasure tile, remove the tile from the map. Note the number written on the icon. Don't you cheat.
I did already. I know what number 14 is.
Because those are not always good. So you don't want to cheat and
cheat
find
some more.
No. Put that away. Never play games with Amy.
Oh yeah, you're right. There are a couple.
Kids, close that.
Okay, hurry up.
Remove the tile from the map. Note the number written on the icon. Cheat. Yep. And then refer to the entry for that number in the treasure index on the inside back cover of the rules glossary.
Does it actually say cheat in there?
It doesn't. The looting character immediately receives that reward.
Oh, that makes sense though.
Like
now
money tokens, treasure tiles must be collected during the scenario. They are not automatically obtained when a scenario is completed.
So if we complete this and we don't step on that,
no one gets it.
Okay, which is fine because I also read forward in the rules and you do have to finish the round. Well, do you have to finish the round?
Don't know.
I think you have to finish the round.
And then there's trap tiles. Place 1 trap tile in each hex depicting this icon, the bear trap icon. Then place 1 3 damage token on top of each trap.
Wait, what's that?
There's a 3 damage token? Yeah, right there.
Oh, that's terrible. I'll do that while you tell me what else happens here. You have to step on it, right?
When any figure enters a hex containing a trap, the trap is sprung.
Okay.
And removed from the map, and the figure suffers the 3 damage on the trap. Traps are not obstacles.
Okay.
Doors. These are door hexes designed by a blue border designated. Doors separate different rooms in a scenario. Only the monsters in the room the characters start in are set up at the beginning of the scenario.
See, I told you.
Go ahead and place set up monsters for the scenario. But don't place any monsters on the icons depicted in the bottom section, which is a separate unrevealed room.
Got it.
A character can move onto a door hex as part of normal movement. When they do, for the first time, the door is then opened. An activation token is placed on the door to indicate it is opened. And all monsters in the newly revealed room are set up.
Yep, which means you've got to pull their monster cards.
This
right
is
away.
called revealing a room. Monsters set up when revealing a room always act in the round in which they were set up, which will be discussed later on page 17.
Which, to summarize, so if we get into the room and you have initiative 14 and I have initiative like 53 or something like that, we pull one of these cards, and depending on where we are in the round, they may have to just go. You know, so if
their initiative is passed, they're going to go right away.
Exactly. They're going to go right away. Or if their initiative is like 90, they're going to have to wait until I'm done, but they actually go in that turn once the door is open, regardless of like where anybody else is.
So there are some new action mechanics that we have. So with this scenario now set up, we have to go over a few more rules introduced by your new ability cards.
Okay.
You may have noticed the small attack move icons on the center left of each ability card.
Yeah.
Which we used actually last time.
Well, and that's what I'm wondering also. Did we cheat by doing that? Were we supposed to just use tops and bottoms?
You were supposed to, but, I mean, they're there, and somebody knows some of the rules of regular Gloomhaven.
Some. Just pages.
These indicate that instead of performing any of the abilities printed actions on the top or bottom of a card, any card can be used to perform an attack 2 as a top action or a move 2 as a bottom action. The card will always be discarded regardless of what is printed in the main area. Some actions on your upgraded level B cards now have the lost icon in the lower right corner. I did not notice that.
Where?
Oh my gosh, yeah, my new close cuts has
it? It's the X?
Oh, it's a loot card though too. So
what does that mean? I don't I got one. I've got one of those.
So I guess we'll be upside down for all of this. So if you see...
Flip it.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So it'll be up on your screen. So if you see on the card on your screen on the bottom lower left, there is this X symbol. That means that when I move 4 and loot 1, I've got to lose this card. It's lost.
So does that go in the pile to the right where...
Yeah.
So it's not even in your graveyard that you can then potentially lose once you short rest.
Right, yeah, it's gone already.
Okay.
As soon as you do it. But only when you play only when I play the bottom of this do I lose it.
Okay, that's good because mine is a move 6 and honestly, do I really need to go 6 spaces anywhere?
Well, you may if you're going to move 6 and like the scenario might be reach this point. You know.
Ooh, so here's another dumb question. So let's say I'm in the move 6 room realm of like, can I go 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know.
You have to end your turn to loot something.
You know what I mean? Or
unless you have loot 1, which is you're going to loot, I believe. So move up to 4 hexes, then collect all money tokens and treasure tiles in or adjacent to the hex.
Yep.
So if I were to go here. And I played this loot 1 card to get there, I would loot both of those tiles.
Oh, you suck. Okay.
So that's
a good thing to know. That helps my strategy.
So yeah.
So like loot 1, move 6 might be something that gets played after the doors open.
Right. So characters have 2 ways to loot money, tokens, and treasure tiles. A loot icon ability allows the figure to loot the current hex and all hexes within the range of X. So like I said, loot 1 from this spot gets you all of them surrounding it. And the other way...
You have to step on it,
you can end your character's turn on it.
If I kill the enemy, so like let's say this guy dies.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say, and I'm a ranged fighter, so I do this and then do that. Like I actually have to go walk on that thing to get it, to walk on that hex to get it. Okay.
So the other new ability are area effects. And they have these little hex icons on them. So with this one, it's not going to work out anywhere.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, it wouldn't though.
So you are where the gray is, and then the other 2. So I can hit 2 in front of me here, 2 over here, or 2 over here.
Yep, and then the other one is like a bunch of hexagons.
It could be a range of a bunch out there in the world.
Okay, so next page.
Okay.
I know how you're just like, you just yada 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 a lot of this, but it is a lot of stuff.
Do you have any push and pull effects?
I do.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Where is it?
Center mass.
I've also got disarm. I've got a pull 1. I've got an immobilize.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's it. So I can only pull. So tell me how to pull.
push and pull are two different effects, which, like conditions, can be attached to attacks or exist as standalone abilities. Each is accompanied by a number which indicates how many hexes the target can be pushed or pulled.
Yep.
So what does yours say there?
So one enemy within 2 hexes suffers 3 damage plus modifier, disadvantage if adjacent, and moved 1 hex closer to you.
Right.
So I've seen Tassi play it where he will like attack at a range and then pull the person into a trap.
Yeah. So right here on the map, that guy is perfectly positioned to pull.
Yep.
Although they're probably going to move.
Well, but that's the
time we get to
interesting thing is that if you want to yada yada through some of this stuff, is that the monsters consider traps obstacles. So they're not going to just accidentally step into it. They're going to go around it unless there's no way to go around it.
The targets can be pushed or pulled through their allies, but not through their enemies, obstacles, or walls. If a target is pushed or pulled onto a hex containing a trap, the trap is sprung and the target suffers its effects. When a character performs a push or pull, they decide how far and in what direction the target is pushed or pulled. When a monster performs a push or pull, players still decide the direction, but the target must be pushed or pulled as far as possible. If there are not viable hexes onto the target can be pushed or pulled, the effect ends. New negative condition, disarm. I don't know, let's see. The figure cannot perform any attack abilities. This token is removed at the end of the figure's next full turn.
I quit listening because I'm strategizing now.
Okay, and negating damage through lost cards. Anytime a character suffers damage, either through a monster attack, springing a trap, or through any other source, that character can choose to negate the entirety of that damage by losing a card instead of reducing their current hit point value. Now that is not discard, that is lost. But if you're going to take 6 damage, losing a card is probably the way to go.
Unless you have 10 damage to start with.
Yep. To negate any single source of damage, a character can either lose 1 card from their hand or 2 cards from their discard pile. Lost cards are immediately moved to the character's lost pile on the right side of the character mat. Note that the 2 cards the character selects to play for the current round are not in their hand and are only moved to the discard pile during their turn. Players should be careful about losing cards, as doing so will reduce the number of rounds that they have to play before they become exhausted. All right, and then new monster mechanics. There is a new monster ability deck. They also introduce how to fail a scenario here, so that's kind of
pretty
telling.
easy.
Well, no, what happens when you do fail, I should say. Monster ability decks. Whereas in Scenario 1, the monster abilities were completely predictable, from now on, monsters will perform abilities every round based on a random card from their corresponding ability deck. This deck of 4 basic Vermling Raider cards should be shuffled and placed face down next to the Vermling.
Did you shuffle them?
Yes.
Okay.
Raider stat card. During card selection, after the characters have revealed their 2 cards for the round, then you flip over the top card from the ability deck of each of the monsters currently on the map. So here there's just Vermling Raiders. This card will now determine the monster's set initiative and what abilities they perform on their turn. Some of these cards have a shuffle icon, just like your monster decks. Okay.
What I found interesting is that, so on our Vermling Raiders, like our standard Vermling Raider, they're +2 to attack already. So that's 2 plus whatever the card says.
Correct, yeah.
Which could be terrible.
Correct.
It could be like +2 again. So that could be 4 to attack.
Yep. But the monster only does what is written on the card. So if it doesn't say move, they don't move.
Cool. Oh, so...
And then we went over the monster trap. They are treated as obstacles.
Are you supposed to then? Like, is there anything in there that says I should have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out?
I think so, but we'll have to go back and read it.
Do you want to pause and find it? Like, time code. There's no time code on that one, but like...
No.
Don't give me no. Where's my phone? I think we should find it. I think we should try and actually play correctly.
It would be here.
You also just yada a bunch of stuff.
I like 1 or 2 sentences. you yada like a whole page.
I did not.
Yep, that's also the next episode of the Great Dane Society.
What?
No more yada yada.
Is that what the title is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can finish the newsletter.
Okay, cool.
Setting up the monsters. Where is setting up the monsters? Setting up the monsters.
Right here, monster turns. Yeah, you're right. I did yada yada that whole top part.
No, it should be in setup. Scenario rules. Area setup. 10. 10. Now put the monster standees into the white and gold plastic stands found in the game box and populate the map in scenario following these rules. Number 1, this icon shows what set and rank of monster should be set up for the specific hex. Reference the first row, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, see, you just blah, blah, blah it, so don't give me that nonsense.
Okay, it did not. Each standee has a number on it.
Yes.
This number should be randomized when setting them up.
Okay, so me just pulling it out of the bag, I consider that super random.
Perfect. All right.
So we actually do have 4, 5, and 6 then.
Perfect. All right, so we unknowingly did it correctly.
Randomized it. Is there anything else we need to know at this point to start playing, or just who cares? Let's just do this.
I think we may need to find out where we were.
What do you mean? So we were at monster trap interaction, which I told you all monsters consider traps to be obstacles when determining focus and movement, unless movement through a trap is the only way it can focus on its target.
Okay, yep. So flip that over and then see what does it say.
And then how to do ranged attacks with monsters, and that's it.
All right. So then it says read the scenario.
Yep.
All right. So
go to scenario 2, then do your thing.
Scenario 2, a hole in the wall. B1. If you want to look on the map.
Not really.
It is right here.
Okay, a little criticism. I can't see squat on that. Like, I can't.
No.
Like, whatever.
Goal. Kill all enemies.
Thank you for reading that the first time.
Introduction. The tracks are easy to spot. Vermlings have never been known for their subtlety.
Are they little rat men?
Yes.
Okay.
You follow the scratching and indicators of a body being dragged until you find yourself approaching the walls of Gloomhaven.
Whose body?
Someone's.
Was that the blacksmith?
Maybe a blacksmith.
In the supposed thing?
The sun is very low, but something isn't right. This just isn't a shadow cast across a lower section of the wall. It's a hole. The vermlings have made a nest for themselves by burrowing into the wall itself. How industrious.
Is that what it says?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You crouch low and try to sneak closer, but they must have guards watching the entrance. There is a shrill shrieking, and then a number of vermlings jump from the dark, brandishing their dull, poorly made weapons. No choice now but to defend yourself. Luckily, you've managed to get your second wind.
Hold on. Did we just poke our head in a rat hole?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I'm having feelings about this. I mean, first off, that's kind of on us. You know, like, I don't go, oh.
We are somewhere in this thing investigating missing blacksmiths.
Okay, therefore, the dragoned body, the trug body.
Yes, the dragoned body. No choice now but to defend yourself. Luckily, you've managed to get your second wind, but you will definitely need a nice long bath after this ordeal.
First off, they're kind of cute if they didn't have evil eyes.
Special rules. Make sure each character has swapped out 2 of their ability cards marked A for the B cards. And then it's conclusion. So there's a couple of tips. There's money tips. There's monsters in this bottom room. There we go.
Traps.
Now let's do this.
What?
So we're going to flip this card and do what it says after we've chosen.
Correct.
And their base attack is still 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you do your health as well?
I did not get hurt last time.
Well, it doesn't matter. Okay.
We're still level 1.
Correct.
No XP.
All right,
we haven't gotten XP yet. They haven't told us about that.
Nope, not yet. But we also haven't gotten any loot yet or anything
all
yet.
Right, so
all right, so I'm ready to go.
There are 2 right there, right away.
I may have forgotten what I'm doing again. After
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Oh, wait. Yep. Okay. So we don't know if they're gonna go on a 50.
No, we don't.
Okay, so I got my 2 cards.
Me too. Are you ready?
All right. Yep. 24.
I'm gonna go on a 14.
All right, and then we flip over this card. So this is dual daggers. They have attack +0.
Good.
Range 2, target 2.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
They're not moving this round. That kind of sucks because I am 1, we're out of that guy's range, but this guy's going to hit each of us. So we want to focus and kill this guy.
Mm-hmm. Which one? I'm focusing on everybody, so go away.
This one right there.
Okay.
That's the only one that can hurt us this round.
Says you, friend.
Well, okay.
Okay, so I get to go first, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to use the bottom of Shocking Advance to move up to 3 hexes. So I'm going to do, and tell me if this is wrong, 1, 2.
Okay.
And these guys are adjacent to me now, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So then I'm going to...
Twirling Stabs.
Yep, top of Twirling Stabs, which is attack to all adjacent enemies. All adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage plus separate modifiers. So should we do it orderly? Like 5 gets damage first, 6 gets damage second?
Yeah.
So that's 5 is plus 0.
So it takes 2 damage?
Correct. And the other one takes 3 damage. So I will change this one.
That kind of foils my plan.
I am foiler. There you go. You're up. These are discarded.
So this guy also is not within 2 of me, but I have a range of 3. So I'm going to use the bottom of Double Throw, which I see that I didn't actually choose the right card. I'm going to use the... Oh, wait. Oh. Man. Range 3, so he's in range. That guy's in range.
Can you shoot through me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the top of Double Throw, which is attack 2, range 3, target 2. So we will...
What about...
What?
No, you're right. You have to. I was reading your card. Sorry.
So up to 2 enemies within 3 hexes suffer 2 damage plus separate modifier for each. Disadvantage if adjacent to me.
Which you're not.
So we'll first do this guy. So this is 2 plus 0.
But it doesn't matter because he's now dead. There's a loop that goes on there.
Cha-ching. Now, that guy, this is 2 plus 0. He
so
has
he's still
1
alive.
left. Now.
That's what I get for being so bold.
I wish you hadn't gone right there.
Well, you know, whatever.
I still don't quite know what push and pull mean because it says I could in any direction.
But you, I don't know.
I don't think that I could push them sideways.
Are you certain? Because hang on,
So
which one is
push.
this?
The target is forced to move up to 2 hexes away
from you.
Oh, it has to be away.
Yes, because mine says towards me.
Yeah. Okay. So they have to move. They can't like move sideways because that would not be away from me. If I were
you're
here.
right. But you could have pushed him.
But I have a
into
move 3, so I will
I hate you.
1, 2 to this coin.
You suck.
And then I can push an enemy. I was going to push him into the trap. But
You decided to take the money instead. Thanks.
I couldn't push him into the trap because you decided to go there.
Okay, so hit me for 2.
All right, so this is... They have disadvantage because they're next to you. Monster 1 is up here. So a -2
Yep.
or a -1.
So both suck.
You probably want the -2.
Well, disadvantage means you get the -2,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Well, you get to choose.
Why?
Because
Where does that say that in the book?
do you want to choose the -2 or the -1?
I want the -2.
Very good.
Okay.
You take no damage.
Okay, but why do I get to choose? That's not what disadvantage means.
I think it is.
What? Oh my god, can I read this to you, my friend?
Yeah.
All right, advantage and disadvantage. The attacker draws 2 attack modifier cards and applies whichever is better as advantage. If the attack has disadvantage, the attacker draws 2 cards and applies whichever is worse.
Okay. I thought.
Like, why would I choose? It doesn't make any sense. D&D doesn't play it like that.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
All right, what else happens?
That's it. So nobody else can. So they're not moving.
Yep.
Nobody else can attack.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the end of the round.
Okay.
We have another round to go.
All right.
You know what? I kind of probably figure you're going to take that guy out.
Don't figure it for sure, because what happens if I don't have any, like, range stuff? So this is ranged. Oopsie. And my little buddy has 1 hit point left?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to have to use this one.
I got my 2 cards. You can go in.
I'm going to do this one. Okay. I'd better go fast, but I'm not.
Okay, here we go. I'm going on a 25.
I'm going on a 41 because that's the best I can do.
All right, and they are going to go on a 85.
Okay, so you go
They have
first.
push 1. All adjacent enemies. Their attack +1,
Hold on.
range 2.
So let's just play our cards before we get to the Vermling Raider, because what happens if we don't even do it?
Well, I'm just saying what it is.
Okay, great, whatever.
So I get to go first.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Did you mess your cards up again?
No, so I'm going to use the...
I'm going to punch you. All I'm saying is that if I get through this entire scenario and I have no money, is there a scenario where I can also, at the end, like, is it like Betrayal on Haunted Hill or whatever? Is it like Betrayal Legacy where at some point I turn against you and kill you?
Maybe. Dang.
Like once we like get to like the hidden room, all friends become enemies. Go ahead, do it. Take it.
Okay,
I dare you.
I'm going to use Close Cuts, which is a move 4, loot 1. 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to loot all of these.
I'm going to smack you.
Then I'm going to use the top. That's also a discard, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, not good.
Please don't save it for the... Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. You're probably right.
No, I'm not right. Just do whatever you're going to do.
I'm going to use the base of that to move 2.
Okay.
And actually just move 1. And then I will use the top of Stopping Power to attack 3, range 3. So I will attack that one next to you, which is a cancel, and I...
Shuffle. Okay, so I get to go because I'm higher than whatever. So I'm going to use the top of Shield Spikes. 2 adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage. No attack modifier card is drawn. I don't have
Boom.
2, but that's it. He's dead. Put the loot down. And then because you're such a punk, I'm going to actually use my loot 1 and collect all tokens and treasure tiles in adjacent to your hex. So
Does it have a... Okay,
no,
yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't
get
have
rid
a
of it.
move.
So I get a coin finally.
All right. Now they get to go. So
Yep.
they are... all adjacent enemies are pushed.
Nope.
There are none out there. They have range of 2. He is not
Nope.
within range. Also doesn't say he moves. So they do not move.
Nope.
So they don't do anything, but we shuffle this deck.
Okay.
That's the end of that round.
Got it. And then at this point, we do have 2 cards left. So are you going to just play these 2 cards? Like, when do you decide that you need to short rest? You can look at these and decide you need a short rest?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to play these 2 cards.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, I suppose I could play these 2 cards as well. Okay. These are both really slow, though. So
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna tell you.
I'm going to go fast.
I'm an 87, so I'm not.
I'm an 18. All right. And we have Screaming Shot, which is the same thing that we just had. So they go on an 85. They push all adjacent enemies, attack +1 in a range of 2.
Okay, so you go first.
All right. So I'm going to use the bottom of Second Wind to move 5. But I need to be 3.
There's a lot more movement with these cards
1,
now.
2, 3. I will move to there. And then
Does
I
it
will...
say you can push and pull an ally?
In regular Gloomhaven, I didn't get any coins ever. Like, I was poor all the time.
Did people give you items? Did they buy things for you and then give them to you because they're nice?
I actually was just like, hey, I started this game late. I'm just going to give myself an item. I admitted it. Okay, so then I'm going to use Disorienting Barrage to attack 1, range 3, target 3 with a muddle.
So 1,
That's
2,
the
3.
only one, no. +0, so 1 damage to that guy, and he's muddled.
Okay, and muddled means what?
Disadvantage.
Cool. I don't know if we're going to get close enough to disadvantage him, but whatever.
Yeah. muddled.
Okay, so he goes now because I'm an 87.
Okay, so he goes. So he's going to range 2. Nope. So
That's none of us.
He's not doing anything.
And then shuffle this deck at the end of the round again.
Yep.
But it's not the end of the round, so calm down. So I'm going to use the bottom of Blinding Sickle, which is move up to 4 hexes. And I'm going to target an enemy within 2 hexes. So like what is it? 1, 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And it could go, and I can move through you, right?
Yes.
So it's 1, 2, 3.
4?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds good. Which one did I use? Blinding Sickle, right?
Yep.
All right. And then the top of Desert Knight, which is attack 2, target 1 enemy within 2 hexes and disarm. So it's +2 plus. Okay, so that's just 1. So it's
so attack 2.
Mm-hmm.
Target 1 enemy within.
Yeah, 2 hexes because.
Okay, so 1 enemy within 2 hexes. Okay, that's weird that it's not ranged.
Well, is it though?
So I think this is. So you don't have disadvantage if they're next to you.
Okay, what is that? What?
And I'm glad that they have the text on this. So this says 1 enemy within 2 hexes suffers 2 damage plus modifier and cannot attack until the end of the next turn.
But it doesn't like.
So it's a ranged attack without having disadvantage if you're next to it.
Got it. Okay, which is weird because they don't have the ranged icon here.
Yeah. It is an interesting choice.
Okay, so and then I pulled a -1,
So it does 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage, and it cannot attack until the end of its next turn.
Yep, which is good.
Did we? Oh wait, never mind, because I went last.
Yeah, it went. So it's also. Do we have disarm? Is it an arm? What is the icon?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me
It's
look.
on your sheet there.
Oh, that's really tiny. I don't know. What is that? It looks like a hand.
It's a blue arm.
Okay.
All right. So.
Okay. So we short rest.
Short rest means that we lose one of these at random.
But what about these guys? I mean, I know they don't short rest, but
We have to shuffle those.
But like while we're short resting isn't like a turn.
Right. That would be a long rest. They have not gotten to that yet. Ooh. It's my loot card.
This one is attack 2 range, move 4. I'm okay to get rid of that one for now. Okay. Should I shuffle these?
Yeah. So do you want
What?
to try and get that guy?
I don't know.
I mean, we have to get him.
Yeah, we do. I mean, he's got 3 left. So how can we hit him? Oh, these guys only have like 4 cards to choose from?
Yeah.
That's so adorable.
They're basic, yo. Basic.
I mean, it's like just having tan pants and a black t-shirt.
What do I do?
I'm sorry. You didn't get that. You're not wearing tan pants.
Space pants. That's what I'm wearing. You just can't see it. It's below the table.
Mm-hmm. No space pants.
I really want to open that door.
Okay, so fine. If you really want to open the door, then you open that door, my friend.
Here we go. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that.
Okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I hope it makes you unhappy.
Thanks. All right.
Actually, it probably will make you unhappy.
I am going to go on an 18.
14. Ha.
Okay.
What about the Vermling Raiders?
The Vermling Raiders, nothing special. They're going to move their base move, which is 1, and they're going to attack their base attack, which is 2.
Okay, so if I can... And they go on a 50.
They go on a 50.
All right, so if I can on my 14, use the top of Shocking Advanced, which is... Nope, I didn't want to do that. I messed up. I messed up. All right, so I'm going to use the top of Flaming Sickle, which is attack 3, range 2. Apparently I just didn't read this very well. No, actually, you know what? This is exactly what I wanted to do. Never mind. So Flaming Sickle is attack 3, range 2, pull 1. But if he's dead, I'm not pulling him anywhere.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 enemy suffers one enemy within 2 hexes because it's a range 2. Suffers 3 damage plus modifier, disadvantage if adjacent, and it's moved 1 hex closer to you.
All right. So
Okay. -1, so that's 2.
2 damage. He is pulled towards you onto this trap, which kills the trap and the
kills him.
vermling, and drops a loot right there.
Which sucks because I don't, like, the bottom of this card also has loot. So I can't. Should I get rid of this? Should I take it off the table?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I'm like, where's the box? But
no.
Wait a minute.
You got to move.
Yeah.
So you can move.
So my bottom is move 3.
So you can move onto that coin if you want it. Or you can open up the door.
Oh, wait. No. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
You could move just 1 to it. You don't have to move the whole 3. It's up to 3.
But that was more fun. It was like a little dance. Okay.
It's like Homer Simpson on the ground. Like.
Yep.
All right. So what am I doing?
Kill everybody.
I'm going.
Wait, too
I'm
bad.
gonna move 5. So 1, 2 opens up the door. So these are revealed.
Yep.
So you can just grab.
So let me grab my boys.
And
They're regulars. So hang on.
okay. So that was
And then
2.
these traps are 3s, right?
Oh yeah. So they don't go yet.
Okay. Does that still count though?
What do you mean?
Well, they're still in 50 initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
So I still have 3 movement to go, but I do have a range 3. But I'm
Can
gonna
you shoot through whatever? Oops, sorry. Shoot through this whatever this business is. These spikes.
I'm gonna move to here because I have a range 3, attack 3.
Okay.
So the bottom of second wind to move those 5, the top of center mass to attack 3, range 3. So I'm gonna attack this
Got
guy
it.
for a cancel.
That sucks.
Yes, it
All right.
does.
So then these
They
guys.
go. They're going
Which
to move
is-
1 and attack 2. I didn't need to go there. I did though.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand why you didn't go here, or did you just not have enough movement left?
I totally could have.
All right, and so there's no modifier.
Right,
So
but they're going to be 2 plus this card, which is 3 damage. And this guy is going to move 1 closer. That kind of blows.
Okay.
I guess I should not have. I don't know. It is what it is. I was getting
Do
closer.
you still pull the cards in addition to those cards?
What do you mean? Yes. Yeah. Every time they attack, you draw a modifier.
So, opposed to its character abilities, which gives a specific value for moving and attacking, monster abilities provide value modifiers for the monster's base stats. For example, if a monster ability says attack +1 and the monster's base is 2, the monster would perform an attack 3.
Every time you attack, though, you draw a modifier card.
Okay. All right, I believe you. It feels unfair. It feels a bit much.
It says we're wiping the vermlings out of their
Just wait.
Here.
Just wait.
All right, so we've got 3 cards to choose from on our next round.
And this guy.
He moved 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. Oh. Here's the problem with my hatchet throwing.
Here's my problem with everything. Get out of my way.
I at least got out of the way so you can get in the room. Yeah, I really shouldn't have gone there.
No, you shouldn't have.
Oh well. All right, I know what I'm doing. Also, we have to short rest at the end of this because we only are going to have 1 card left.
This is terrible. All adjacent enemies, it's a complete waste. Wait a minute. And so if you use the little modifiers on the left side, that's adjacent regardless,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you could move 2 without discarding that.
Yep. The problem is I'm not 2 away because I was greedy. Is this how James ends up like...
Way at the end, you're
Yeah.
like, you gotta catch up. All right. You just gotta pick 2 and go with it.
Fine, whatever. Okay.
All right. I'm going on a 51.
Really? I'm going on a 38 and there's no reason for me to go.
And they're going on a 59.
Okay.
Oh, it's ranged attack.
Oh, poo.
Range of 2. So they are not moving this round.
Oh,
So
boy.
this is dual daggers. Attack plus 0, range 2, target 2.
Okay. So I go first.
Yes.
So I'm going to use the bottom of the card that I basically get rid of. I'm going to punch you in the face for like, why are you in my way? I'm sorry, I'm not going to punch you in the face.
Are you?
I'm going to just kneecap your little character there. Because it's move 6 and I have to get rid of it. And I just want to get down there. But you're still putting me in a spot.
1, 2, 3,
where-
4, 5,
Yeah.
6.
And I don't want to end here. And I would rather end here. Because range 2, I'm out of range.
Okay, I mean, you
here, range 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, do it.
I know, but it's still really far away. And I've burned my card.
Or just move 2. I'm going to get to the loot faster than you. There's really no getting around it.
Fine.
Burn the card.
And I can't do anything like attack adjacent because that's pretty much all I have. And the ranged attack I do have is like not 700 squares. So even if I was here, I still couldn't shoot you. So the question is, do I stay here? Hold on, let me think for a second.
Did you have, is one of those a heal card?
Maybe. Why?
Because you could heal me.
No. You know what? I'm going to burn this one and go over here. And then this one is kind of useless because I'm not next to anybody.
Okay.
So you're up.
All right.
Or actually,
yes, I
you
am
are.
at a 51. So I'm going to use the bottom of double throw, which adds 1 attack to all my attacks this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have disorienting barrage, which is attack 1, range 3, target 3, and muddle. So I am at disadvantage on this guy. So this is a 2 at disadvantage. So a +1 or a -1. So he's going
You
to
got to take the -1.
1 point of damage. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So he is at regular. So this is a 2. So he takes 2 points of damage. But they're both muddled, which means that they have disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's just remember that they're muddled.
Which one is muddle again?
It's the question mark.
Really? I feel like it should be just like a martini glass or like a cocktail glass.
It's not that kind of muddling.
I mean, really, if you've had that many muddled drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the end of my go.
But they go now.
They go now.
So it's attack +0, range 2, targeting 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. Can't.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. So this one attacking me at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
+1 or a -1. So it is a 1 damage to me.
Because it's a +2, -1.
Yeah. I am not actually doing very well.
Okay, that's fine. All right, is that the end of that round?
That's the end of that round.
All
We
right.
are going to have to short rest.
Yes, I will.
By taking our. No, just your discarded cards.
Oh, okay, so this one is still available to me, right?
Yes. So you just.
Oh, no.
I know. Because you use your good cards
Yeah,
and
I
save
did.
your crap cards for the end. Ooh, double throw. That's a good one.
This one's not bad. Adjacent enemies attack 2. Okay, not a big deal. But I'm getting down. I'm at 3 cards now.
Yes. Which means you have 2 rounds.
Yeah. Technically, I do.
Okay. So.
You are in my way, sir.
We can't. We can't. Do you have a pull?
I do. But
You can't pull him because he's behind that. So it's up to me to move, right?
Not necessarily. So I do like...
Actually, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. I think that's okay.
This is terrible.
I'm ready to go.
You know what? I'm going to be super mean.
Okay. I am going to go on a 35.
I'm going to go on a 41.
Okay, good, because it's better if I go first. So, careful throw. So they are not going to move.
And they're going to attack.
And they're going to attack -1, range of 2.
Okay, but we should kill them first. And they go on a 36, so they actually go before me as well.
Wow, okay, yeah. So, okay, so they're ranged.
This is a terrible idea now.
Yeah, I know. So is this one. But they're still muddled until the end of their turn. Do I really... That one has 4. I can't actually take it out. So if I do this move 2, can I move here? So the bottom of disorienting barrage is to move 2, just to get. I'm going to try and kill this guy.
Okay.
So and then the top of stopping power is attack 3, range 3. I could go here. 1, 2, 3, and be out of its range. So I will do that instead. So this is a 3 minus a 1. It's 2. So it still has 1 left. And that is the end of my go. They go on a 36, which is range of 2. So I'm in this guy. He is muddled, though, so he's disadvantage. So this is attack 1. -1 or +0. So that's attack 0. No. Yeah, it's -1.
Yep.
And,
So then
and a
it's-
-1 there, so it's
Yep, so it's
-2.
2. So it's 0.
So I don't take any damage.
And they
done
don't
with
move. It
those.
says they will move to avoid being adjacent to their foes, but it says a
oh,
move
actually-
of +0. So you could move. So before you do that,
yeah.
you could move 1.
That one will move 1
Yep.
closer to you to be able to shoot you.
Yep.
And it is also muddled with a
Yep.
cancel, which is what we're going to do.
Yep. Okay. And this one, could it have moved to get closer to you? Or it already shot you, so it doesn't matter?
It could...
No, because it would be disadvantage. Well, it could have. I mean,
Yeah.
it's disadvantage or it's disadvantage.
It wouldn't move because it would get disadvantage from moving.
Okay, if you want to reason it that way, even though it already had disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah, and it says they will move to avoid being disadvantaged, so that means they wouldn't move. Okay, so it's my turn now. So
Actually, this specifically says they will move to avoid being
Yeah.
adjacent to their foes.
that's what I mean. So they wouldn't move to be adjacent, essentially. Okay, so I have looting is pointless. I shouldn't have taken this card because it's gonna probably end up going away. Or the healing is gonna go away. So I have either attack 3, range 2, and pull 1. Is that this one?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's within 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because our goal is to kill them.
you're kidding.
Also, you may want to let this guy live so that we can actually loot that chest. So if you kill that guy, we as a party can loot this chest.
Why?
Because if we kill him first and then we kill them, we're done.
Yeah, but you still have to the end of the round to go loot some stuff. Okay, fine, whatever. But I have to be range 2. I'm range 3 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to use the bottom of this one just to get 1 closer.
Do you want to do that, or do you just want to kill the other guy? We're running out of cards as well.
That's my
So
problem.
Is the loot important? You've cheated and looked at it.
I mean, it's not bad. Pretty damn good. So yeah, I mean, should I? Okay, so I'm going to burn. You know what? Mistakes will be made.
So you're gonna burn the bottom of.
Shield spikes.
To do,
So instead of healing you
okay.
within a range of 2, I'm just going to get rid of that. And then here, I'm going to range 2, attack 3. I blame you entirely.
But it's pulled.
Towards me. Can you do that? Because you could go either one.
It has to get closer to you. So it has.
But it could be close to me here.
Well, you choose.
Okay, then
So you are going to choose on that, and it's going to kill it,
Does it say I get to choose?
and it's going to destroy that. And I almost took the coins from over there.
I'll smack you.
So there's a coin down.
Okay.
Nicely done.
All right, so that's not looting, it's pushing and pulling. Specifically closer. Targets can be pushed or pulled through their allies, but not through their enemies. The trap is sprung. When a character performs, they decide how far and in what direction the target is. Okay, so I got to decide.
Closer to you.
Exactly, and both were close. Okay, I just wanted to verify. I'm done.
I'm done too.
So
they've gone. Yep. That's the end of the round.
Okay, so I have to get rid of one more card because I've got a short rest.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm either getting rid of a heal or a loot. That sucks.
I'm playing these two because that's what I have.
Oh wait, I just did that. Here, you decide because I keep like accidentally pulling one. What is that? That's the loot. So what can I take a damage for that? How many damage do I take to get it back?
You can't take a damage.
I thought I could take damage to get a card back.
Oh, maybe. On a short rest. Short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Running out of cards.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All their cards in discard pile, shuffle them, and place one at random on the right side of their character mat in the lost pile. The rest in the discard pile are returned to the character's hand, and the next round is played as normal. Anytime a character would rather keep a card that was lost, they may suffer 1 damage to lose a different random card from their discard pile instead. But this can only be done once per short rest.
So
cards in the lost pile can be returned to the character's hand for a short rest. In this scenario, you must short rest.
Okay, so if you want that loot card, you can take a damage and discard the other one.
And that one is the heal in the range.
Heal is fine. Range doesn't matter. You have a loot one?
Yes, I'm going to actually do that. So I'm going to trade that out and put in my heal and smack 2 adjacent ones and take 1 damage because I haven't taken any damage yet. So now I have poop.
Going on a 14.
Am I?
Or you can wait.
You know what? It doesn't matter. In all honesty, it doesn't matter because I need to move in order to loot.
Yes. But it's
because it's a bottom.
Uh-huh.
That's my problem, is that moving is bottom. So it's like, you know what? Never mind. I'll keep it. These are my 2. So I'm going to go on a 14.
And they are going to go on an 85 with Screaming Shot, which is a...
How far?
Which is a range 2. But it's on an 85. So we need to kill that guy. Right?
Mm-hmm. My greed has killed me. Oh, wait. You know what I'm going to do?
Why don't... Well,
No. I'm doing things.
But I go first.
No, you don't.
Oh, you go first.
I'm on a 14. So I'm actually going to... Poop. This is not great. All right, I'm going to do this anyway. 1, 2, 3. Okay. At least I get 1.
Okay.
All right, so I've moved 3 with the bottom of Shocking Advance. So that goes away. And in fact, this is probably my last turn, right? Because I only have 1 card left.
Yep.
And then at the top, it says 1 enemy within 2 hexes. The top of Flaming Sickle, 1 enemy within 2 hexes suffers 3 damage plus the modifier.
Wait, why don't you do that before you moved?
Oh, sorry. Duh. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Which is an attack 3, range 2.
Yep, this is my guy. Okay, and then he moves 1 hex closer to me. So this is +0.
He's dead.
Okay, that's fine. And then I move 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. I still get this.
Okay. And I
get that. My cards are discarded.
Gotcha. So you have killed the last enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go then on a 18 and use Second Wind to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so you get the treasure chest.
When
the treasure tile is looted for entry, look for entry 14 in the treasure index on the inside back of the glossary.
Should we do that before we do?
Yes. because you're supposed to do it right away. Because some of the
because it might be a weapon that we can use in the scenario,
or it could be I don't know, poison. So that was number 14. Gain 3 money tokens.
You know how much these are worth? 2 each.
Yep. Well, that's because I told you.
All right. So conclusion: with the foul nest cleansed of those.
Wait a minute. I have a question. Do they go?
They're all dead.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Sorry. Duh.
With the foul nest cleansed of those wretched creatures, you take your time searching every nook. Really? Because there's going to be coins left over. Surely the city guard will want to know of this. It can't be safe to have vermlings tunneling through the walls.
Don't call me Shirley.
It's hard enough to fend off their raids as it is. Eventually, you do manage to find an unexpectedly large amount of gold under some rotten wooden boards. Looked like a treasure chest to me.
Yep.
Sifting through the treasure, you also find a strange note. In crude scratching, it details some business arrangement between the vermlings and someone by the name of Roland. Apparently, in exchange for supplying fresh corpses, Roland would pay the vermlings in gold. And judging by the amount here, the vermlings managed to kill quite a few people before you put an end to it. It's the best lead you have, so it's time to ferret out this Roland character.
Is that kind of like Dumb and Dumber, where you're just like, Samsonite?
Yep. After resting at the Sleeping Lion, of course, rewards 25 gold each.
Give me the pencil.
Wow.
Is that under gold notes?
Yes, gold notes.
Okay.
Item shop opens.
Yep.
Items 1 to 13.
Mm-hmm.
New location, the Black Ship.
Okay, so do you have to put a sticker on there?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, I do have the stickers. And I will, is that the end of what you're reading? Because then I can go ahead and start reading my stuff.
So, wow, we're going to get 25 gold.
Yes, plus, I already told you and I looked ahead, each of those little tokens is, here, can I have that? That's 2.
Is 2?
Yep. So 25, 27, 29, I have 31 gold. How much is stuff in the shop?
12.
Because I saw some nice looking goggles there.
So
anyway.
That is, so I got 12 gold, which is 37.
Wow, I've got 31 gold. Okay. So we have completed number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The scenario doesn't end until the end of the round in which the goal was completed. So you got to go again. You might have extra time to pick up loot, which you did. And then after that, make sure to read the conclusion, which you did, and then place the sticker on scenario 3, which you are currently doing. We refresh and recover cards, remove condition tokens, and return our max number of hit points. Also, your reward.
You are a Ricard.
Don't go full Ricard. You receive 25 gold each. Alrighty. Which you deal along now with the money tokens you collected during the scenario. Each character should now count how many money tokens they have collected during the scenario and convert them into gold. In all scenarios covered in this book, each money token is worth 2 gold each. Okay, so please remember that. That's the one thing we won't forget, I don't think. The rest of the rules, questionable.
Right.
How much money is non-negotiable. Mark this number down on your gold notes. Gold notes. And then return the money to the token tray. I'll let you start cleaning up if you want to. As a character spends or earns money for future scenario, revise this number. Yeah. Anyway. All right, so we get to city interaction items. Starting now, in between each scenario you play, characters may buy items and sell items in the shop or trade items with other characters, which is what we were kind of talking about last night, is I was like, if you end up stealing everything and I get no gold and you don't give me loot or give me something, like buy me something at the store, I'm going to be so mad. It's like I turned into like a crazy girl. Like if you don't buy me things, I'm going to be so mad. Where am I? So we have to find the deck, and then numbers 0 through 13 written on the center left. Put the rest back in the box because they're unavailable. And then, I don't know, do you want to talk about buying the items, or should we just buy our items and then talk about them before we get into scenario 3?
On the next one, let's go over that.
All right. Ooh, so then the last thing, though, that we get to do here, besides just buying things, because it really talks about buying items, selling items, trading items, what the value is on the cards, how to use them, how to spend them, blah, blah, blah. So it tells you to go ahead and buy any items you would like now. When you're done, return the remaining items to the supply of available items, and then slide it into the divider in the box. If you prefer to hold off until scenario 3, that's fine. All characters should now retrieve their first 2 level 1 cards. That's in your box. And so they have the little 1 icon in the top.
Do we have to swap them out?
I don't know. So it says should now retrieve. I'm assuming should means you should.
I have a lot of level 1 cards.
And add them to the pool of available ability cards, 8 cards total. These cards are Wind Up and Crushing Weight for the Demolitionalist, the Favorite, and Retrieval for the Hatchet. So do you have those? So it's basically telling you which ones you have to take now. So you don't get to pick out of those.
Oh, and do we add them?
Yes. Add them from the pool of available 8 cards. The Favorite and Retrieval for the Hatchet.
Okay.
And then for me, it's Swift Strength and Healing Sands. And then for the Void Warden, it's Signs of the Void and Close to the Abyss. You can now either save your characters for another session or move on to 3, where you'll face new enemies and complications. So we get 2 cards, and again, they kind of tell you which cards. I think at one, like, do we get to choose things when you get out of this book?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, or do you like, I'll have to cheat ahead a little bit.
But we have curious. 8 cards going forward now, so we still have no XP, so I think the next one is probably going to introduce us to how XP works.
Yep, and I think also too at the end of 3, just looking ahead, it's like the A and B cards will never be used again. So at some point at the end of 3, we're gonna actually get legit cards, like our big boy cards.
Nice. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Gloomhaven: Jaws of the Lion. Jaws of the Lion.
I was waiting for some dumb thing like some. Never mind.
Jawas of the Lion.
I was ready for you to. Never mind.
We will be back for another episode of this at some point.
Maybe never. I mean, so far it's not hard.
No, it's going well. I love the book, being able to just flip it open.
This is true.
From what I hear, they're going to make optional big books for the other games as well, which is a great idea.
It'll also weigh even more than the box.
But whatever.
Okay.
So, we need to head off. I have work to do, stuff to be done, slicing, chopping, cutting up, editing.
Are you a butcher?
I am
what is happening?
Video editing.
Do you work in the deli counter?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So Monday and Tuesdays we're playing D&D. Saturdays,
subscribe.
Call of Cthulhu. Subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. We're doing a massive RPG giveaway that you right now. bit.ly/QNC giveaway for your chance to enter. It has 2 massive Nord Games books.
I brought them over so that you wouldn't have to.
One of them right here. Look at the size of that. This is the Spectacular Settlements, which is Amy and I's first published book. Technically,
we didn't publish it.
We did not publish it.
I published a location in the book.
We made up a couple of the pre-made locations that are in this book. It is our first writing credit in an RPG accessory.
And
Andrew Gertson
our last.
was in charge of this over at Nord Games. This is an amazing book.
But we're giving some away this month?
Yes.
Yep.
So we're going to give some of these away. We actually bought 6 of these. So, we need one for home, one for the office.
It's literally a stack this big because of how big the books are.
Yeah. So be sure to check that out and share, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. We will post on Instagram once in a blue moon.
And again, if we got anything wrong, let us know because I'll go back and just be like, I'll get up tomorrow morning and be like, what did we
Tell us about your combination of characters.
Yeah.
How you're playing if you have the RedGuard or the Hatchet in your game.
Or the Demolitionalist.
The Demolitionist. All right. So with that, we should go.
Okay. Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.